Hello and welcome to NFL Talk UK, powered by Oddschecker. As you can see, up there, it's Ben McClymont, it's Tom Julian here, and Ben, it's the biggest weekend.
It's Super Bowl week.
It's Super Bowl week. It's very, very exciting. And Ben, I mean, there's so much to talk about. This is it. It all comes down to this. You know,
it does come down to this, which is sad in one way, but let's make the most of it while we can. It's an exciting week. All the hype has started. Not sure if you've seen all the interviews and stuff. There's some entertaining interviews as well, which is always good about Super Bowl. It's not just your deadpan Bill Belichick. What do you think of them? They get some crazy reports in to ask about how people smell and stuff like that, and it just adds a bit of fun to the whole thing.
I'm sure we've got our own
roaming reporter.
Well, not our own roaming reporter. We do have our own roaming reporter, but there's one girl on our Facebook Live who always wants to know whether Brady smells like bananas.
Oh.
So I'm not sure if Jeff's got the answers yet, but we are going to try and touch him with our roaming reporter, Jeff Reinbold. He is in Minnesota, and it's fair to say if you've seen any of his Facebook or his Twitter interaction, he's going crazy for it. Ben, Jeff is an excitable character at the best of times. There's no doubt about that. But when it comes to a place that literally is 24/7 NFL crazy, it just ramps up in Jeff Reinbold's head.
Yeah, that's his heaven, isn't it? This is his week of pure heaven. Like everything there is American football. It's NFL, and he loves it. And he's going to throw himself in there, and he's there with his mate as well, with Neil Reynolds. So he's going to be in the ball.
I mean, not his best mate.
No, obviously this is his best mate. Yeah,
absolutely. So we're going to try and catch up with Jeff in Radio Row in Minneapolis a little bit later on. I know he's filming some stuff for Sky Sports right now, so we'll grab him if we can, if and when we can.
Should we say a quick hello to Jack Humphrey, who's on? Hello, Jack. One of our regular viewers.
Thank you very much for joining us, Jack. We appreciate it. Make sure you get your questions in. It is Super Bowl week, but we're also talking Kirk Cousins, Alex Smith. What else are we talking? We're talking coaching lineups. There's a lot to talk about. It's not just the Super Bowl, is it?
No, it's not. It's not just the Super Bowl. And there's one big trade, which Jack might have something to say as well, with the Giants in the same division as the Redskins. So, yeah, some top news to come.
Well, do you want to go on to that first then? Should we talk
about
Go on then. You, because he's your boy, isn't he?
Alex Smith is my boy.
Go on. So let us know.
I like an underdog story. When people put someone down, I'm all a bit. What do you have? Third best quarterback rating this year.
So if you haven't seen it, Alex Smith.
Okay, yeah. So start with
let's start with
facts.
Start with the basics, shall we? Alex Smith from the Kansas City Chiefs has moved to the Washington Redskins for a third-round pick and cornerback Kyle Fuller. Kyle Fuller goes the other way to the Chiefs. Good news, good move, bad move. Who's a winner here?
Everyone could be a winner, but I think Alex Smith's a winner anyway.
That's the most sit on the fence answer. Everyone could be a winner.
Alex Smith is getting a lot of money, number one. So he is definitely a winner. And also, he's going to be the main man. Rather than, I think he's been looking over his shoulder a bit with Mahomes coming in. So now he's the main man at the Redskins. Redskins, I don't think the third round pick's going to be too, but giving up Fuller could be a little bit of a tough move. That's a hard move to fill. Like finding a good cornerback, maybe a slot corner. They might struggle there. And I saw a tweet from Swearinger, who said he wasn't very happy. And he was like, but welcome Alex Smith, so happy that.
Well, Kareem Hunt has said the other thing, didn't he? He said he was absolutely gutted that Smith's gone from Kansas City. So
at first.
And
then you see us next to it, and it's like, Mahomes is my boy though. When we first joined at rookie, we were like, together, we'll do this together. So everyone changes very quickly. It's like, thank you very much, but move on. As
Jeff says, it's a what have you done for me lately, leave. Yeah. To be honest, I don't see how. I think the Washington Redskins have bigger problems than just quarterback. They had a good quarterback the last couple of years. Franchise tagging a guy two years running is a bad move in my humble opinion. And Alex Smith is a little bit of an upgrade, but they need more receivers. They need they need a lot more than just a quarterback.
Yeah, they need a lot. Like last year, it was Thompson who was kind of coming from like a utility back kind of role and little slants and stuff. He was getting most of the receptions. There was no big receiver coming on target.
Fat Rob was really good last year, and brought it this year as well. So that's going to be troubling for the Redskins. They need to find a few more options.
They need a tight end, receiver, and running back. That's not easy to find, is it?
Wow, that's tough, isn't it?
Yeah, it's tough. But free agency market looks promising. To be fair, there's a few potential number one receivers. Maybe someone like Sammy Watkins, Jarvis Landry. Maybe I'm not sure if these guys are actually going to go, but There's options there.
So the man that Alex Smith replaces, Kirk Cousins, presumably out of the door now in free agency. Kirk Cousins, it's fair to say, is going to make an awful lot of money this year. But Ben, there are a lot of options for him to pick. He's kind of got his choice now. Where do you see him going?
I think number one's Broncos for me. I think that's the most ready-made team for him to join. Cap space might be an issue for them. There's other teams knocking around with a lot more cap space, but they've got a couple of great receivers. Defense, they've got some good pieces on as well. That division as well is kind of what we did think last year was the best division. A little bit up in the air. I think the Chargers are a really good team. Raiders obviously building. Chiefs now, you got to say, are building a little bit for new quarterback. But I don't know. What do you think, Tom?
I think there's a plethora of options. The Jacksonville Jaguars are obviously one that will continue to link with Cousins, even though Blake Bortles had a little bit of a reprieve, shall we say?
Poor old Blake. He cried at the end. You can't let a man like that go.
But you can, and you should. But we'll come on to that a little bit later on. But
maybe the Jets.
The Jets are another option. We were talking earlier, Ben and I, off air, and Kirk Cousins has a very good relationship with the offensive coordinator there, Jeremy Bates. Bates comes from the same coaching tree as Kyle Shanahan and Sean McVay, who Cousins has obviously already worked with and done wonders with. So, and the Jets have $100 million in cap space.
Give him 40.
You know, that's quite nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, wherever Cousins goes, he's going to be very well paid. But you've also got teams like the Cardinals who are desperate. They don't even have a quarterback on their roster right now, which is deeply concerning.
Yeah. Depends where they want to go, though. New head coach coming in. Like, do you want to draft or do you want to bring a guy in ready-made?
For me, for Cousins, and this is Cousins has made over $40 million in the last 2 years alone. Go to the best team. Yeah. Go to the Broncos or the Jaguars because they're where you're going to win, or you're most likely to win. If you go to the Jets are such a mess that you're going to have to. It's going to take a while for them to be.
Yeah, definitely. And you're 30, aren't you? You're in your prime. When you're in your prime, fill yourself with players in their prime and win something.
Absolutely. Nick Ludlam says Cousins has apparently said he wants to go join the Jags. Are you happy with this, Tom? It's nice to be asked the question. Jeff isn't here. He usually feels all like yes, I would be happy. I'm not happy with Blake Bortles. I think he did a sterling job, but I just don't see the consistency there. Should the Jags stick with a guy who did lead them to the AFC Championship game and finish the season strong? He did finish the season strong in a sense, but he wasn't the one leading the charge, Nick. In my humble opinion, it was the defence. The offensive weapons stepped up, and Blake Bortles. I think he's going to be. I think he's a nice, maybe a bridge quarterback or a decent backup. I don't think he's the guy that's going to lead your window of Super Bowl opportunities.
That's a good point. So if Cousins goes to the Jags and the Jags put Bortles on the trade block, is there a market for him?
Yeah, I think there is, but I don't think it's very high. And I think you're more likely to keep him as a backup rather than trade him. I don't think he's going to pick up.
Cheap though. Someone could get him for a year, like a 5th-year option.
Potentially, but he's not expensive for Jaguars either. It seems to me that the Jags should upgrade. Jack Humphrey, the Redskins got an older Kirk Cousins, in my opinion. Both very similar, I think they got a bad deal in the trade. They handled the Cousins situation terribly. Cousins to Denver. I think I agree with all of that.
Yeah, there's not much that you can disagree with, is there?
Except that you love Alex Smith.
I do love Alex Smith. I'm rooting for Alex Smith.
Welcome along if you're just joining us. There's a few people joining us right now. This is NFL Talk UK, powered by Odds Checker. It's great to be back with you. We're hoping to get to Minnesota very soon if we can. Let's talk a little bit then about the Super Bowl, Ben, and about how each team got there. We've got the New England Patriots who beat the Jacksonville Jaguars 24-20 in the AFC Championship game. And it was that man again, Mr. Playoffs, Danny Amendola.
Danny Playoffs Amendola, it is called now.
It's nice.
I've got to say that it comes big, and small receiver coming big. Edelman did it last year for the Pats in the Super Bowl, and Amendola had a touchdown in the Super Bowl as well. And then this year, he went off. That catch at the end was unbelievable. Left foot down, right foot down, left foot down. I don't know how he made that. I don't know, it's what the Patriots do, isn't it? These kind of players, they come over there as bit part players for other teams almost, and then they're made into stars.
But Amendola's taken a pay cut 2 or 3 years in a row. Like, he's desperate to stay on the Patriots because, and this is what we're talking a bit about Cousins, he knows that he's going to win with New England. He knows he's going to win with Brady. It's such a good team, and obviously Bill Belichick is a genius. He can build a great team. How much of it is Amendola, and how much of it is the team around him?
I mean, it's a bit of both, isn't it? I think there's Belichick and his coaching staff know how to get the best out of each player. They know their strengths and their weaknesses, and they'll run each player to their strengths. So he takes each player and he lets them do their job. He doesn't make them do something that they can't do. But he gets everyone invested in the system. It's not just him taking pay cuts. Like Brady should be the highest paid quarterback, shouldn't he? But he's not, because he knows the system and he's invested in the system. So that's what I think. You on that kind of wavelength as well?
Absolutely. I think there's an advantage. I think if you are a constant powerhouse, is that players going to want to come and play for you and want to come and play for a Super Bowl. And Dion Lewis was another undrafted free agent that he's you're pulling him out of nowhere and making him an absolute superstar. And Dion Lewis is one of the most valuable players the Patriots have. Yeah. Currently 9-1 to score the first touchdown with in the Super Bowl. So I think that seems like a fancy bet. Martin Ashmore, thank you for joining us. He also says James White for any time touchdown scorer in the Super Bowl is 9-4, and he says that's a great bet. The third down back and when near the end zone, James White's going to be the man that bashes it through. What do you reckon?
I can't disagree. When you get 3 touchdowns in the Super Bowl, then you can't argue, can you? So
absolutely.
I think it's not a bad bet at all.
One man that a lot of people are talking about is the status of Rob Gronkowski. Rob, the tight end.
Rob.
my mate Rob.
Robbie.
My mate Rob. He's going to play.
Will he? Won't he?
So he got a concussion just before the end of the first half against the Jaguars.
Brutal hit when he got fined for that.
Yeah, Barry Church, which I thought was slightly unfair. There wasn't a huge amount that Barry Church could have done.
Yeah, I know what you mean. But
Gronk was going down, Church was going up. It wasn't a huge amount. Anyway, Gronkowski only had 1 catch for 21 yards before he was knocked out of that game. But the fact that they've got a couple of weeks to rest, Gronkowski has been practicing, and it looks like he'll fit.
Play.
How much of an influence do you see Rob Gronkowski?
Massive. They've got a lot of shorter receivers, a lot of nippy, quick guys. Brandon Cooks, the outside receiver, is not a big guy. He offers them something different. He's the big guy who can go up above players, especially in the end zone, and finish drives.
Yeah,
so they need that.
Yeah,
they don't need it. They're the Patriots, but it would help.
I think. Do you know what? I think they do need it against this defense. Eagles' defense is top quality. It's the number 1 rushing defense this year. So people like James White, Dion Lewis, I should find it a little bit tougher. Now Gronk gives you that other option. He also takes 2 defenders wherever he goes.
Yeah, that's true.
So he is so valuable to them. And do you know what? I see Gronk being a real valuable asset. Now to be Super Bowl MVP.
You love it. Tom loves this story as well.
I love this story.
Bit of Gronkowski MVP.
Might
not make it. Big old Gronk.
It's absolutely written. And if you watched a couple of weeks ago, I got 0 out of 2 picks right. So this is gold dust. This
is where you want to listen.
Rob Gronkowski is 12-1 to be Super Bowl MVP. And for me, that 2 touchdowns, 140 yards.
Yeah, but if Brady throws them 2 touchdowns, he's getting Super Bowl MVP. That's just the way it works.
Not necessarily.
No, I agree, not necessarily, but he will.
Well, we'll see.
Tom Brady.
Tom Brady's odds-on favourite. He's at 7-10. If you fancy that one, if you want to be safe like Ben. And
no, I'm going Nick Foles, 7-2, mate.
Nick Foles.
He's going to Disneyland.
Right. Let's talk then. Let's talk about the Philadelphia Eagles. They absolutely steamrolled the Minnesota Vikings in the NFC Championship game, 38-7. I think if I remember rightly, the over-under on that game was 37.5 points. The Eagles got it on their own, and if you remember, I rubbished the Eagles' chances. I was like, there's no chance. So again...
You said they weren't going to score points was their main issue.
Yeah, and they scored points.
They scored a lot of points.
I mean, the Vikings are a good defence, and Nick Foles had a career game. 26 out of 33, 352 yards and 3 touchdowns.
That is top calibre numbers.
Now, I want to get your opinion here, Ben. That is Nick Foles' career game in the biggest moment of his career. Does that make him a clutch quarterback, or did he get lucky?
His playoff stats overall are seriously impressive. He's got a very high quarterback rating. He hasn't thrown an interception in a playoff game. He knows what he's doing. And the thing is, I think as well, the way the Eagles are set up, they've got a serious run game. J.J. is starting to come into it. They've still got the Garrett Blount and Clement, who the rookies come out and look really good as well. So they've got that helping them out, and then they can... Tom's favourite new word is the run-pass option. So they're running these RPOs,
I like it.
And it's just getting everyone involved. Like they've got receivers as well. Zach Ertz, Alshon Jeffrey's coming big now. Nelson Aguilar. What did...
You got so many notes, Ben.
Yeah, I know. 85 yards and 2 touchdowns for Jeffrey as well, like in the last game. And he's gone.
Go on, you finish your point.
And Zach Ertz for 93 yards.
Oh,
like
you're in.
Oh.
Do you remember Alshon Jeffrey at the end of last year?
Yes,
when he was at the Chicago Bears, he said, we're going to be in the Super Bowl next year. Alshon Jeffrey.
Yeah, but it's not with the Bears, is it?
So it doesn't matter. He's going to be there with
I'm not happy, am I?
With his pals. No, as a Bears fan, you're obviously...
You mugged me off, so I got all excited.
Another guy.
Imagine if you told me a year ago, Alshon Jeffrey will be in the Super Bowl next year, and I'd be like, the Bears are going to be in the Super Bowl.
No. Alshon Jeffrey was always out the door.
Yeah.
Always out the door. What are the odds here for the Eagles? Zach Ertz, who you mentioned there, 12-1 to be first touchdown scorer. Jay Ajayi, Britain's favourite son, 14-1. LeGarrette Blount, 16-1.
The one that's 16-1 I quite like.
What about Nick Foles at 66-1, first touchdown scorer?
The only way he's getting it is a Mariota style, throw it, bounce off someone, he catches it. I can't see any other way he's getting it in the end zone.
JJ is an interesting story. Now, if you haven't heard enough of NFL UK generally bigging up the London JJ story, it's been all over social media. Ben, I'm going to ask you as a non-Jacksonville Jaguars fan, you haven't bought into the whole London's team, all this kind of stuff. How do you feel about JJ? Because he hasn't had the best season. Is he just one of these other players you don't want to hear about?
No, I still quite like it. I still think he's born in London. I'm not sure he's first down back for the Eagles, but he's definitely getting a lot of carries. He's getting over 15 carries the last couple of games. So I like it. I like the fact, but I know what you mean. I know what people are saying. Like, it's kind of everywhere at the moment, and maybe we should settle down a bit. Maybe if he becomes good, he scores a touchdown, let's let him win Super Bowl. Then we can go get all excited about our favourite son.
Absolutely. Can you fix your phone a second? Because I can't see the comments. But Martin Ashmore, he's saying he's backed the Patriots at 6-1 at the start of the season. Should I back the Eagles at around 7-4 or let it roll?
2-1 we've got.
Whoa, that's a nice thing.
You backed the Patriots at the start of the season as well.
I backed the Patriots at the start of the season. I have cashed out. I haven't cashed it all out. I've part cashed it out.
Yeah, you bottled it, didn't you?
I did a little bit, but it's a nice little profit there, and I'm guaranteed something if the Eagles pull off an upset. I've still got a little bit in on the Patriots. Do you know what a sensible option would be?
The other way.
Yeah. Put a little bit of cash on the Eagles, and then you're win-win.
Yeah.
But to be honest, I think the Patriots are going to win.
I think the Eagles are going to win.
Do you? Right, go on then. Give me your case for the Eagles.
Why do I think? I think that defensive front is fierce, and I think they're going to stop the Patriots running the ball. Fletcher Cox is an absolute beast. Brandon Graham's got 9.5 sacks this season as well. I just like it, and I like that there's 2 players on the Eagles side who won the Super Bowl last year, Chris Long and LeGarrette Blount, who could come back with the Eagles and win the Super Bowl. Yeah,
Chris Long's a great story. Because Chris Long actually left the Patriots because he wanted to find a system that was better fitting for him, and I think that's nice. And he's been really utilised here as well. Interesting Eagles fact to back up your point and kind of destroy mine. In their last 2 playoff games, the Eagles have held their opponents to 10 points or under, and they've actually done it in the last 4 games in total, which is no mean feat.
No mean feat. But is it going to happen this week?
No,
it's not. But still, I still think that's a great defence, and I think that's going to give Brady a few problems. I think he'll have to throw the ball quite a lot. So I like Dion Lewis, like you said. I think he's a really good running back, and he's played great this year. But I don't think they're going to be able to run the ball as well against this Eagles defence.
Shall I tell you why the New England Patriots are going to win?
I finished that. One more point.
Oh, go on.
Run game.
He goes on, doesn't he?
Jay Ajayi as well. I'm all in for Jay Ajayi this week.
Oh, London's boy.
132 yards per game the Eagles have averaged, between 3 running backs normally. Third in the NFL. That needs to kick off. They need to get going early, get ahead of the chains, as Jeff likes to say.
Absolutely.
Give Nick Foles. Well, I say give Nick Foles a good look. Nick Foles is quality, mate. He'll throw all day.
Do you think he is quality?
Well, I was surprised last week when they got up so much, and then Pedersen just kept making them throw the ball.
Yeah.
I didn't think they would do that, and I love it. Do you see things you asked? He goes, they called it flea flicker.
Yeah.
And yeah, not easy for me to say. Never thrown one before. So he stood there and he called it, and he's like, I've never done this before. And it all went a little bit wrong, like kind of muddled it up a little bit, and he just picked it lovely right to the left corner. Torrey Smith boom, touchdown.
Do you think there's a sense that there really is no pressure on Nick Foles? Everyone has expected him to fail, and now he's in the Super Bowl. Like it's just one of those things where it's just like this is a dream come true.
I think that was my last point actually. I think all the interviews with me, he seems quite an unflappable guy. He just kind of sits there, answers your questions, says he's really excited to be there without actually looking excited. Yeah. And just goes about his business. And I think that's what he's going to do. He's just going to do what he knows. I don't think he'll get too nervous. I think he obviously will be very nervous, but I think he'll perform.
Jack Humphrey says, "Do you guys?" I'm looking at my odds checker producer here. Do you guys do any stupid bets? I'm going to leave that one up to the odds checker powers that be, because I don't know if there's any daft bets.
Any Pink related bets is.
Oh no, Pink, because Pink's singing the national anthem, isn't she?
Yeah.
And then Justin Timberlake is also doing
any wardrobe malfunction.
Wow,
bets would be good.
If you can see behind, the camera here, our producer is going absolutely crazy. Like you can see the steam coming off his computer here, Jack. So let's see if some daft bets come in a minute.
You can go now. So there's a little bit about the Eagles now. The favourites that are the Patriots.
Yeah. If you want,
why are they going to win?
The Patriots are favourites by 4.5 points. And that's,
you like those odds? You do, don't you?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I would definitely back the Patriots at -5. I'd back them -8.
Oh, that's brave.
Yeah, because I'm a big baller. There's two words why you go for the Patriots.
Tom Brady. Yeah, there you go.
And do you want two more words? Bill Belichick. These guys are absolute genius. Do you know they're the oldest head coach / quarterback combination?
How old?
In the 105.
105.
There's a little bit of fact for you. Hi, Harry, Rhiannon, Angarad, Thomas. Better job than you do on that name. She's going Eagles. Which,
yes, we've been on the same the whole way.
All right.
NFC.
But I haven't got into it just yet. Patriots. Oh, I'm getting live updates from my producer here. Patriots 8 under. I've just lost it. What's happened?
8.5.
Oh.
Mine's 8.5. 13-8.
13-8. That's definitely worth backing if you've got some money to lose, because as you know,
as Tom was saying earlier, he's got top six.
My predictions haven't been great so far. No, I haven't finished. The whole the whole Patriots offense is phenomenal. You know, you've got weapons at every single outlay. You know, you've got Danny Amendola who's making plays. That was the only weakest part when they lost Edelman. You know that wasn't going to happen. But you've got Gronk, who's definitely going to come back. You've got Dion Lewis. You've got James White. You've got a great
Brandon Cooks.
Brandon Cooks. You've got a very strong offensive line. You've got Tom Brady, who's pretty good. You've just got a plethora of weapons there, and you've got a defense that has always been solid. You know, Matt Patricia constantly produces, and we've talked about the Eagles and whether they can perform with Nick Foles, or whether it's the Carson Wentz magic. And Nick Foles had a career game last week, but if you don't look too much further.
Yeah.
The Falcons game wasn't a masterclass. And the Patriots will put him under more pressure, I think.
Yeah. How about James Harrison as well? Like, you kind of thought that was a signing to kind of maybe piss off the Steelers a bit, and he's making sacks.
Well, he's a good player.
I know he's great. He's old, but people thought he was done, but he's not done, is he?
Did you see him at media night where somebody was asking him, have you bought into the Patriot way, all this kind of stuff, and he was like, nah, man, I do the James Harrison way.
Oh yeah. No.
He doesn't care about any of the razzmatazz or all that kind of stuff. He's there to get sacks, and that's what he does. Harry says it's always going to be someone random that beats the greatest. So who's the most random person on my list? Jake Elliott.
This is my story that I like.
Jake Elliott, the Eagles kicker. He's 750 to 1 to be Super Bowl MVP. So I mean, if you're ready to make some real money,
61-yarder. Last second, Jake Elliott.
Was it his
opening game
that he
undrafted free agent, isn't he?
Set the Eagles' kicking record.
Yeah, so 59 yards, I think, something like that.
I mean,
this against the Giants as well. It was against the Giants, I think.
Okay, very good.
I think it was. Jack might confirm that.
This guy is made for greatness. Harry's going. He's mine. Yeah, I mean, when we're making money here, you're printing money. No refunds. Right, okay.
We're not doing this for a while after this. We're going to run tired after all that terrible.
Yeah, exactly. We're going to have to skip out to Mexico or somewhere like that. Why doesn't your thing update properly? I don't like your phone. This is Hawaii. I'm not total fan.
Yeah, there you go. Got it right.
Don't remind me of that field goal. Yes, it was the Giants.
Yeah.
Nailed it. Well done. All right, so you're going to go for the Eagles.
Yeah.
I'm going to go for the Patriots. We're going to try and get Jeff on, but we'll wait and see. That's not right either. That's not the latest goal.
Yeah, it is. Don't remind me of that field goal.
We already talked about Martin Ashmore.
Oh, yeah.
Or maybe he's said it again. Adrian Gallagher, Pats all the way. Bill works in mysterious ways, but the team plays together. Or to win the toss, here's another one from our producer, Jack Humphrey. This is specifically for you. It's evens. Kind of unsurprising there. Can you imagine if the Patriots were favourites? The cheating odds that would be shown.
Maybe because the XFL has just been announced again. We'll do the ball toss. Have you seen how they start?
Yeah, but that's brutal, isn't it?
I know, apparently, what did he do? He blew his knee out on the balls and didn't play for the rest of the season.
We are going to talk about the XFL probably maybe next week, or if they let us back. We'll discuss that when Super Bowl's all done, because to be frank, the XFL is just trying to steal the Super Bowl highlight, isn't it? And they don't actually have any plan.
Or any players, or any idea of what they're doing.
No.
But yeah.
Harry, is it true Smith has gone to the Redskins? Yeah, you're going to have to catch up on the early part of the show. But yes, it is true. Alex Smith, the deal is not officially done until later on today in America, I think.
It's not official until March, apparently. They can just pull out any time.
Oh, can they?
Because the deadline doesn't open until then, so it's an agreement in principle. They can't actually make any trades until then.
Right, okay. So there you go. Smith, allegedly, to the
principle.
To the Redskins. In principle, that's a good word. Jack Humphrey just confirming in the XFL, someone got injured on that ball toss in the first.
We should get Jack Humphrey on there.
No.
He knows what he's talking about.
Oh, he does, more than you.
Yeah.
That's for sure. All right, let's talk a little bit about coaching changes, because there's been one update since we were last here. Again, not official, some of these updates, but Mike Vrabel is officially the head coach at the Tennessee Titans. And Ben, Mike Vrabel, he's got a little bit of history with the Super Bowl and with the New England Patriots in particular. He's won 3 Super Bowls with the Patriots and played under Belichick and Brady, of course. He also played under Dean Pease, who has just become his defensive coordinator.
So just recently retired.
Yeah, so Dean Pease, if you're not aware, he was coaching with the Baltimore Ravens and retired, and 10 days later or so, he is now back out of retirement. Many speculating that was a forced retirement. I think it was either retire or you get the bullet.
Yeah, maybe. But to be honest, quite a promising job at Titans. They've got some nice little players on the defensive side of the ball, so...
I think the Titans are one of the most exciting teams in the NFL.
Potentially. They were terrible this year.
Yeah.
But, to watch.
They've got the potential. They've got a young running back, they've got a young quarterback, a couple of decent wide receivers, maybe need to improve in the draft. And to make all that offense tick, Ben, they brought in Matt LaFleur, which I learned last night, my French class, means the flower.
Oh,
Matt LaFleur.
Matt LaFleur.
So Matt LaFleur was the offensive coordinator at the Rams this year, just gone. And that's a very exciting prospect for young Marcus Mariota, because Matt LaFleur has just worked magic with our man Jared Goff in Los Angeles. Now he comes to take on Marcus Mariota, and
there's potential there, isn't there?
Marcus Mariota is a great quarterback. We saw it in the playoffs. We've seen it in his 3 years so far. He's an exciting player, and he needs an exciting coordinator to get him ticking.
I agree, massively.
What's the upside for Marcus Mariota? How good can you see him being?
Really, really, really good.
Okay.
Really good.
You don't get that analysis anywhere else.
But I think, I don't think they utilise him rushing sometimes. The guy is quick, and when he gets out of the pocket, he can make some nice throws as well. I think we're going to see a lot more of that kind of bootlegging out, giving him options to pass long, pass short, run himself. And they've got a couple. Derrick Henry's all in as well. I think they're getting rid of DeMarco Murray, I reckon, this year. So Henry will be the lead back, and then I think that already makes it look quite exciting. Keep Delaney Walker as your main. Corey Davis had a couple of touchdowns when they lost, I think, to the Pats. Is that right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So he had a pretty poor season as a rookie, so hopefully he'll come good. And then Yeah, it all looks a bit more promising, doesn't it?
Corey Davis came into the league injured, so I'd expect Corey Davis to be a bit of a mover and a shaker when we look at our opening season gambits. Maybe he'll be an outsider that we might fancy.
The Jags might struggle against that then.
It's going to be a tough division, the AFC South, because you've got Watson at quarterback for the Texans. You've got the Jaguars who look good. You've got the Colts who are trying to do a rebuild, but they're pretty slow, and Andrew Luck's starting to train, and the Titans have a decent team. Do you want a couple of facts about...
I want the Vrabel facts.
Mike Vrabel, right? He's thrown 2... no, he hasn't thrown anything. That was a terrible start to the fact. He's a linebacker by trade. He's caught 2 touchdown passes in separate Super Bowls.
That's fact.
That's amazing. And in his whole career, I think he had 14 targets, 10 receptions, 10 touchdowns.
That's serious.
No way. He was a touchdown machine. Well, they just line him up in the red zone every single time.
I'll tell you what, Jack Humphrey would love a little bet on them, maybe a linebacker to score a touchdown in the Super Bowl.
I think you might make our producer's head explode with that kind of... But if we can
I'm not sure we can get odds for that. I'm not sure who's going to be lined up.
We shall see. Do you want a couple of little Super Bowl facts before we go? We haven't seen Jeff dive in yet, so I'm going to give him a couple more minutes. But I'm going to give you a couple of Super Bowl nuggets to impress your friends. Tom Brady has as many Super Bowl appearances as the entire Eagles roster.
Oh, nice. 8
Super Bowl appearances. If you missed it earlier, he's 7 to 10 on to be Super Bowl MVP. He's also 100 to 1 on to score the first touchdown, which, you know, if you want to make some money and you don't fancy Jake Elliott MVP, then maybe Tom Brady.
Maybe go for both. Tom Brady first touchdown, Jake Elliott MVP.
Do you know who is singing the halftime show? Justin Timberlake. You know, you excited about that?
Not really. But I think it'll be quite good. It's like 12 minutes anyway, isn't it? So I can get on board for 12 minutes.
He hasn't made an appearance since the wardrobe malfunction with Janet Jackson back in 2004, which is one of the most memorable moments in Super Bowl history, for better or worse.
Yeah, it was actually. I was a bit young at the time, but apparently there was uproar.
Yeah. How old were you? You look
12,
old.
13.
Yeah.
Oh, cheers.
I think I was 16. So there you go. Pink is going to do the national anthem, so that's very, very lovely. What else have we got here? Nobody's ever played in more Super Bowl appearances than Brady, and if he wins, he'll have the most Super Bowl wins ever. He's currently lined up with Charles Haley on 5.
Nice. I like the other. What's the other Brady fact you've got? Brady leads the league in yards, in throwing yards, but no quarterback has ever won the Super Bowl after leading the league in throwing yards. Is that correct? 0-5, I think they were 2 Bowls.
I'm pretty sure...
That's a fact.
You didn't get that from me. The Patriots are going to wear white. They're 3-0 in Super Bowl when wearing white under Belichick. And 12 of the last 13 Super Bowl winners have worn white. The producer just went, that is mad, right? So here you go. Patriots 4-7. Put whatever you like on it. I don't mind. It's nothing to do with me. It's your own responsibility, please. Right, okay, I think that's it for us. It's going to be a great Super Bowl. I'm excited about it. Ben, are you excited?
I'm excited about it, yeah.
Where are you going to watch it?
I'm going to go watch it at Tom's house.
Yay! Super Bowl party around ours. You're all invited.
Yeah.
You're not really. There's not enough room, and my wife would kill me, mainly.
And it's Croydon as well.
Don't tell them where it is.
They'll find you in Croydon.
They'll come find me. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you to all of you who have joined us throughout the season. Thank you to Odds Checker who have been here the last couple of weeks.
Yeah.
We hope to do much more with them in the future. I say that we're leaving. We're not actually leaving just yet.
Why?
Ben, we've got one more thing to do.
Oh, competition time.
So, we had another competition, and again, thanks to the great people at NFL Shop Europe, they gave us a couple of caps to give away. Now, I'm hoping that if we draw this competition now, Ben, we'll be able to get the caps sent out in time so that both sets of fans can watch the Super Bowl in their new caps, right? So you're getting it loaded up here. Is that it?
That's it, isn't it?
Right, okay, so here we go. If you can see that, look. There you go. It's pretty.
Let's go all the way to the bottom
there
first.
Right. Okay. So I'm gonna go up and down. Ben, you're gonna call. So much pressure.
Stop.
Oh yes, Eagles MCR, Eagles Manchester.
What hat are you going to give them?
I'm going to give him the Patriots hat. MCR, well done. That's the Eagles hat. Right, producer, you are in. Shout stop.
Stop.
Angela Walker at walk. Walk.
She's got a Patriots hat coming your way.
One,
Who do you support?
She supports Yorkshire and the Humber.
Oh,
Which, you know, we're all a fan of the Yorkshires. Right, so there you go. There are our hats given away. Thank you so much to everybody that entered. Thank you to NFL Shop Europe for giving us those, and we'll get those posted out straight away. Again, thank you guys for joining us. We're sorry we couldn't bring you Jeff in Minnesota this week. I know he's crazy busy, and he did want to join us, but
he's a busy man, isn't he?
such is life, I'm afraid.
Week,
It's Super Bowl week, and he's crazy. But we'll try and get him on next week to maybe give us a bit of a rundown of how it was, his favourite moments,
His highs and lows. He's
Yeah.
going to have a good story somewhere there, isn't he? He would have met someone good.
I would-
Many people who are.
I would have thought so. If you're going to watch the Super Bowl live, please enjoy it. It's on BBC, Sky Sports. It's on Sky Sports Mix if you don't have Sky subscription as well. Make sure you check out Odds Checker if you're putting any wagers on. And best of luck to you, of course,
Yeah.
Ben. Good luck to you.
What to my Jake Elliott 750 to 1 bet?
Yeah, I look forward to that. Harry's going to back you there as well, 751. I look forward to you buying me a nice pint when it comes in.
No, you get a Coke, mate. Coca-Cola.
Thanks very much. Guys, thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you again soon. Cheers.
Bye.